Yeah, I hesitate to get ahead of the launches just because I know there's some, and rightfully some fatigue in the community about us saying, hey, just wait and tell, just wait and tell. So that was one of the reasons it was nice to be able to launch HiFi Rush during the show to show that we can launch. And I look at things like Pentiment, which came out in November, is a really high quality game, but there has to be.
I need rings, Super Bowl sides. I need a fine dime with some Super Bowl thighs. You say you the truth, that's a Super Bowl lie. I flex on a nigga like a super swole guy. You come into the squad and you super gon' die. I make it look easy and I super don't try. It's funny, everybody always looking up to me, but I've always been a super short guy. Bye.
What is going on, guys? This is JWAGS 412. Today we're talking about Phil Spencer and his interview with IGN. I believe the day after the fucking horrendous Developer Direct. Now, this woman actually asked some good questions. She actually put a little bit of pressure on him and asked some questions, some meaningful questions that people want to know. But did Phil Spencer answer these questions? Fuck no. You know exactly what he did. Sidestepping all over the place. Fucking diverting the real issues. Talking about bullshit. Hyping up Game Pass. This guy should have been a politician because he gives you fucking every answer that is not the answer. He gives you all this fucking 3-minute speech that leads to fucking nothing about the original question you asked in the first place. This is not going to be a long video. I'm just going to go through a couple of clips, a couple of things he said, address it, and move the fuck on. Because I am trying to fucking platinum Forspoken, and I still got to beat Dead Space.
I absolutely love the art. It's really popping out to me. I'm going to keep a note on when this comes out. And then said, no, you could actually play it right now. And instantly it made me want to just go and download it. And I think a lot of people agreed with me.
Yeah, my thing, I mean, I love HiFi Rush. I love the way it looks. I love the music. One of the games I'd always wanted to get, and we weren't able to land it in our back compat program, was Jet Set Radio Future. I thought it'd be fantastic to be able to have that game back. And it's a different kind of game, but some of the same vibes. So when looking at Tango and when they were building this game and just watching as it evolved, over the last couple of years, really happy with where it came out. They were able to get some good licensed tracks in the game. The gameplay is really fun and unique, and I think the look is just striking. So it was a good mix. I was happy with the diversity of all the content that we had, the games that we had in the Developer Direct.
All right, pause right there. So first of all, he says HiFi Rush looks striking. That game looks striking. I'm gonna say this again. I've been playing HiFi Rush. It's a decent game, but it's not fucking it. It's not what Xbox needed. It does not fucking showcase the power of the world's most powerful console and all the goddamn power they constantly tout. Is it a good artistic style? Yeah, but the game isn't fucking visually striking or graphically striking in the slightest. Then he went on to say that he is happy with the diversity of the lineups of the games that he showed. He's happy with the diversity of it. He's happy with Minecraft Legends. He's happy with Redfall. He's happy with HiFi Rush. He's happy with Forza with no fucking release date. A lot of fucking diversity, alright. A lot of diversity. A lot of low budget fucking Game Pass filler bullshit is what it is.
Correct. And I think HiFi Rush is definitely showing to be one of the highlights of the show, which is nice.
How much pressure was Xbox under to establish positive momentum for 2023 coming off 2022, where there weren't a lot of releases?
You know, I think it's a little different internally because we obviously know that we have a Developer Direct. We know what content we're building. We know already what we're going to be doing in June in our showcase. But our commitment to our fans is that we need to have a steady release of great games that people can play on our platform. And we didn't do enough of that in 2022.
They didn't do enough of that in 2022. Hey, Phil, you ain't done enough of that in 10 fucking years since you fucking been with Xbox. You ain't done enough of that. Their commitment is to bring a steady lineup of great games. Fuck out of here. Their commitment is to bring you a fucking steady lineup, alright? Games like HiFi Rush, Pentiment, Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3, State of Decay 2. Bullshit like that. And they can't, I'll tell you what, you know what the crazy shit is? They can't even do that. Even the low budget horseshit games, they can't provide you a steady supply of Minecraft Legends. Get the fuck out of here. Let's continue.
Xbox.
Yeah, I hesitate to get ahead of the launches just because I know there's some, and rightfully some fatigue in the community about us saying, hey, just wait until, just wait until.
What the fuck is wait until, wait until? I think he's trying to say wait until. Wait until. And fuck yeah, there's a lot of fatigue about wait until fucking 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23! You're goddamn right, there is fatigue in the Xbox community about wait until, wait until, wait until. And I don't like the fact that he's making such a fucking joke about it. He's talking about it so fucking lightly.
So that was one of the reasons it was nice to be able to launch HiFi Rush during the show, to show that we can launch. And I look at things like Pentiment, which came out in November, is a really high quality game.
No, you fucking did not! Just talk about Pentiment being a high quality game. Oh, I'm glad we were able to release HiFi Rush to show that we can release games, other games like Pentiment as a high quality game. Fuck you! That is the fucking problem that people don't realize, is that man, Phil Spencer, he actually thinks that Pentiment is a high quality game. That's his idea. That's his vision of what quality is. That's how he sees a quality game looking like. And that's what the fuck you're gonna get now, are games like that. HiFi Rush, Pentiment. Because to Xbox now, apparently a goddamn visual novel book is high quality. That cocksucker said that with a fucking straight face. I look at games like Pentiment and they're high quality. Just like his acceptance speech where he talked about games like Pentiment and Vampire Survivors and Peppa Pig. To Xbox now, that kind of shit is what Xbox fans want. To Xbox, that kind of shit is top notch. That kind of shit is high quality. And that is the shit that they want to put in Game Pass. Low budget, low effort, zero risk horse shit they can just fucking shovel in the Game Pass. Here you go, here's some new games.
But there has to be more. And when I look at Minecraft Legends, when I look at Redfall, I look at the work that we're doing with Forza Motorsport, one of my favorite franchises, Elder Scrolls Online, the things that we showed. I think it was important for us to show games, to show dates. I know there were some questions on the date on Forza Motorsport because we just had the...
He never addresses Forza, always says it's come out in 2023, but does not give a date about Forza.
Early in the year.
When I look at HiFi, and I'm glad you mentioned Pentiment, I see those games as being kind of a pair because they're smaller projects, but from large developers. And I'm just wondering, how successful have these projects been for you, and where do you kind of see them fitting in the Xbox ecosystem?
Now, like I said, this woman here is actually asking some decent questions. She tells him that when she thinks of Pentiment and HiFi Rush, she sees them as a pair because they are small projects, but by big developers. So small projects meaning games that you wouldn't normally see from a developer that size, like an indie game. And how have these small games been successful or been integral to Game Pass?
Well, for me, I look at the success in a couple ways.
Oh God, here we go. He's going to explain the multiple different reasons or his fucking idea of success. There's only one thing that can be successful for a video game, and that's how much it sells, how much money it generates. I'm not saying that for me. I'm not saying that from a gamer's point of view. For us, there's plenty of games that didn't sell well that I think are great. But from a business standpoint, from an Xbox standpoint, from Nintendo, PlayStation, the only measure of fucking success is if the game was profitable.
One, internally, I think about our teams and our creators and giving them a creative outlet to go do some things that maybe if they were just on their own and retail was the only way, kind of sales of the game itself was the only way of gauging success, they might not get to go do those games. So,
do you see what the fuck I'm talking about here and the bullshit he's spewing? He said exactly what I was talking about. He is not getting success of the game by the sales, and he's telling these big developers can do things like this because they're not worried about sales numbers. They have the backing of Microsoft. They're not worried. They can give a shit how much that game sells because they are getting paid either fucking way. They're getting their money up front, so they're gonna produce these small quality bullshit that they otherwise wouldn't produce, because if they did produce this shit, it wouldn't sell well because people don't fucking want it. Xbox Game Pass gives them creative freedom to do what they want and do games otherwise they wouldn't fucking do. Jesus Christ.
I like when we can create opportunity for teams to do some unique things that are maybe outside of what they've normally done, and then really, find either new customers for the studios, or find just people that really enjoy the work that they're doing. So internally, I think it's a great creative outlet.
So internally, it's a great creative outlet. What's that mean? That means passion projects. That means like little tinky winky shit, like he said, they would not otherwise do because it wouldn't fucking be perceived well. People would not fucking pay for it and buy it in droves. Do you think if HiFi Rush was a standalone game by itself, it was a $30 game by itself, it was not included in Game Pass, it would be as popular as it is? Do you think Tell me how many fucking copies Pentiment sold. Tell me how many copies State of Decay 3 sold. Or State of Decay 2. Fucking Halo Infinite. All that shit. You can't. But without Game Pass, these numbers would be even fucking lower. Halo Infinite is fucking free on Game Pass, as everybody like to say. Halo Infinite's on Game Pass and has a peak player count of 2,000 people, and you only have to fucking pay for it. We don't want creative outlet games. We don't want passion project games. We want high quality, high budget fucking games that take advantage of the new fucking hardware that we bought. We want games that scream next generation. We want to see the industry going forward. We want to see Xbox push some shit forward and put some goddamn effort into gaming. Not saying every game has to be AAA, but like I've said many times before, when all you're releasing is the low quality or fucking AA horse shit alongside nothing else, that's where it becomes a fucking problem. And that's all we've been getting, and even that has been in short supply.
Risk as a gamer that you think you're taking if you buy a game that maybe is outside of the things that you normally play. Obviously, you're out the money, and you may or may not like the game. When it's in Game Pass, it's pretty easy to click now to download and click now to play, and then you can decide through your own choice, is this something I want to invest my time in? And I think that the creative diversity expands for us when we have different ways for people to kind of pay for the games that they're playing, and the subscription definitely helps there.
So he's describing the Game Pass model, right? So you get Game Pass for $10 to $15 a month, and you got these list of games. You go through, you download them, you try. If you don't like it, you play for fucking 5 minutes. Say you don't like it, never mind. I don't like it. I'll delete it. Next game, next game, next game. That's all Game Pass people do, is they fucking download a game for 5 fucking minutes or 10 minutes, play it, and try something else.
I'm glad you mentioned Game Pass because in the most recent round of earnings, I believe there was a 12% reduction in services and content spending, despite the fact that Game Pass reached new highs. And there's an increasing sense that Game Pass is maybe being a little slower to reach the potential that was touted 6 years ago when it was first launched as like this transformational service. And I'm kind of curious what your reaction is to that.
Well, one thing with Game Pass is we're kind of in uncharted territory in doing what we're doing with Game Pass in the industry. So
just real quick, he says he's in uncharted territory with Game Pass, what doing in the industry. They're in uncharted territory. Game Pass has been out for 6 fucking years now. 6 years. It's not uncharted territory. It's been around fucking what, like a third of the lifespan of your goddamn console. So you should know what the fuck you're doing by now and how to handle the business and if the business is profitable or not and if you should continue going that way.
So it's harder for us to go out there and look at examples to help us gauge how fast we should be growing. We're at an all-time high for paid subscribers in Game Pass. It continues to grow. I'm happy with the growth. We set high internal targets, and people see sometimes we miss those targets, sometimes we hit them. But I'll always be ambitious about what we're trying.
Bro, what is the growth? How much has it grown? What is the exact number? Just because you're fucking happy with it doesn't mean it's fucking good. Just because it's meeting your expectations or your standards doesn't mean it's fucking good. And how do I know this? Because your standards are shit like fucking Pentiment and HiFi Rush. I'm not even halfway through this fucking interview and I'm already getting a headache, man. I cannot listen to this man speak. It baffles me, man. It infuriates me is the right word. It infuriates me all the bullshit he's spewing and the fucking direction that he's leading Xbox in. But I gotta lay down, man. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you liked it, I'll do a part 2. If you want me to do the rest of the interview, let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, if you like this kind of commentary, shit like that. So for this time, guys, just like, comment, subscribe, all that bullshit. Good luck. Have fun.